Welcome back to Factorio Hyperbase, or building the Hyperbase in fact. We're back at oil. I've just run back and forward a couple of times to get some stuff. Basically we want to drain off the sulphuric acid up to here if we can. It looks like we can. And this one as well. And we're going to run it. It's a little bit further than I really want to, but we're going to run it over here so that, in fact, I might even line it up along here for a 242. In fact, where's one of these things that I've got no idea what it is anymore? That one probably will do. In fact, I could have used this one. I want a 242 length. So I know what I'm dealing with. 1, 2. Is that enough space? Might not be actually. Yeah, that will do. Head in that direction. Where are these guys? So 242. 1, not there. 2, 3, don't know, and tanks. And they need to connect up. Now, we need to run our sulphuric over to there, and we will use our good friend the pumps to speed it on its way. To ensure volume throughput. Fortunately, so far, I haven't needed to add power to these guys, but that situation won't last. Already we're probably, oh no, we're still in the power. Okay, every couple I'm just going to throw in another pump to keep maximum throughput. I don't actually think it's going to matter that much, but we may as well start off as we mean to continue. I might have a pump in each one of these. Can I fit one in here? I think so. So, so now, as long as we give that all power, we should be happy. And down here, we obviously want our good friends, the substations, to sort out the rest. And this can now be called sulphuric load. And now we are back to our good friend running with rail to our destination, which will be follow this all the way up round here, along here, down here, down here, down around, across, until we get to roughly down here, which will be where we want to put in our station. Oops. I think that's all that we required. Slightly slow process really, but I suppose the other thing we could do would be to actually ride on the sulphuric train, which might be a little bit faster. Of course we're going straight into a rock, so let's get rid of that. I need to cut down the frequency with which that fuel train is running, because I'm pretty sure we're not actually burning any fuel at the other end yet, so it's kind of pointless in that regard. At least the bot's proving partly useful. And actually picking up that old track might be proving vaguely useful as well, since we're using some at the moment. Might just have to check where we're at when we get to, whoops, we're out of rail. When we get to this corner, right, we just follow it down and round, that's fine. Shall we wait for our bots to return? I might borrow the plane, though I'm not really sure that it's going to do this any faster than me just running. Seems to be about the speed of the car, to be perfectly honest, which isn't great. Yeah. Oh, we can probably take a slightly more direct route, more safely or something. We're not going to get killed by a train, but obviously I need the jet because our distances are just far too big. I need the jet more than the capacity of this thing. It's painfully slow, actually. Oh dear, I didn't want you guys doing that. Come on, back to daddy. No, don't go off again. Ugh. I don't need these anymore. Although I will need some at the other end, so perhaps I don't want to get rid of them just yet. Come on, bots. How many more are we waiting on? There's another 25 just mucking around. Oh, never mind. They'll catch up. I don't need... actually, I probably do need those. Not 50, but say 8. And I don't know if 800 track is actually going to cut it. Let's get 1,000, and as it supplies us, maybe we'll load up this silly thing. Get some use out of it. Silly and somewhat annoyingly loud thing. Where are we? Oh, okay. That's our other problem. We need directions. Not to worry. How are you doing? Oh, almost going to go. It does about 5 sections at a time, so that's not too bad. Oh, okay. So, as soon as we get about 1,000 rail, you can go in there. In fact, I could probably just pick it out myself, you know. You can go in there. How many more have we got? There's a fair few. Why don't I just go? Thanks. Any left? No. Well, that will probably do. Time to go. This thing will get there eventually. I'm not even sure if we're going to use that though, but just for completion, even if it is a mod. Oh, I don't want to go over that. My bots will get excited with all the stuff they can pick up. And we're going to need to attend to it very soon though. Look how thin it's getting. Here we go. I think that is the bottom of the line that we're following, maybe. Maybe not. This is the one that we actually are following. Perhaps if I come up here. My remaining bots can pick up the pieces that are left, if there are any. A little bit at the top there. And then we can get on with this job. Might be overkill having so many track lines, but not having to worry about other trains should also help quite a lot. Ooh. Dude, come on. Oh, that's not what we wanted. Not sure if it's going to prove to be faster doing it from inside this thing. Well, it's certainly going to prove to be noisier. Another corner coming up in just a second. Whoa, back up. We're out of rail, but we're not. Because look at all this. So this is where this little guy might be earning his keep. Perhaps. Oh. And of course we need to eliminate some more trees. Oh. Let's just have a look on the map where we are exactly. I'm not sure whether... I'm going to have to run over there actually. I'll fly over and have these silly bots do silly things on the way. I just want to see whether I want the sulphuric to enter from the top or the bottom. It looks like I want it to come down here because they don't go the full length up here. No, alright, so yes, it's definitely down here. So the middle needs to be somewhere around about there. Bots have gone now. You don't come back crying to me now. You should have been here when I needed you. Okay, if that's roughly where I need that, where is my length? 4 length for your 242. Basically that. So something like about that. The reason I'm putting that down is just to give myself a bit of an indication where to put the station. It's only a bit of an idea. We need these guys. 1, 2, 3. They're a little bit close for comfort, those guys. At least these are coming back. So what are you stealing? Bots. And how many do we actually have back now? Do we have the whole complement? I'm doubting it somehow. No, we've lost one more. Alright. So I guess I want something like that. I'll probably want more of these pumps along the way than I actually have so far. That one's better. But I just want to get a supply of sulphuric. Getting to this one in particular. This pump's going to hold things up unless they get power. That's quite a long way to go between pumps, isn't it? Yes, it is. Okay, to there. Something like this. Oh, and now, if we power this up, we should be able to get sulphuric acid over here. Do we have, is this, we don't even have a train, of course. So that was one reason why I couldn't ride the train. We don't actually have one. But we do have sulphuric acid, and this is full, so that is fantastic. I guess what we need the most then is a new train. Yeah, let's get 4 of those and 4 of those guys. Maybe I'll leave an order for rail in here. Whoops, it's in there, isn't it? 1,000. And with a bit of luck, that will be enough to get us back with what's in the storage of this thing. Oh, no, guys, come over here. Is this going to be the whole collection? I can't even reach in to shut off my... No, we've lost one somewhere. Yeah, rescuing those guys may not have been worthwhile. Never mind. Certainly the slow boat back home possibly isn't worthwhile either, but never mind about that either. For fueling, I think we can use the fueling stop where we unload the sulphuric. Just drag some of the items from there. That should be fine. We probably need to head up. Now, I know there is a much faster jet than this one, so we will build it in due course. We just have to make some low density structures. I'm not set up to do that, so it's slightly problematic. What were we looking for? We were looking for trains, weren't we? There we go. That should be all we need. How's this thing doing? There is actually a store in there, but we have all of the ones that we were after, so that's fine. Oh good, I do have some of those. Requester boxes, so that should be most of... we don't have any of these guys. Let's make sure we have some. There we go. And I want to avoid my bots just running away. At least a little bit. So we'll avoid the copper. Actually wouldn't surprise me if we run out of fuel soon. So I believe this thing is very thirsty for fuel. Efficiency 50%, that's not overly good. They should really have research to fix that or something, make the mod slightly more interesting. But it's not really what we have it for. Oh look, the fuel train's coming again. Doesn't look like it's unloading much there. Probably not much down here either. But the key thing is that we have coverage. So these can request rocket fuel. That's that tab in the amount of 10. And use that to feed the train, which will entail needing another one of these guys. Where's our train? Do we in fact need a 242? I'm not actually sure if it needs to have reverse, because it's basically just going to do a loop. So I'm just going to do a 2-4. basically what we are after. Oh, come on, bots, where have you gone? Okay, fine. And back up, just in case we decide we need 2 of these on the same track, which is probably unlikely, but you never know. Well, again, we need to manually get rid of some of this stuff. It's the only time we actually need our bots. They've gone walkabout. Alright. We won't even bother trying. At some point these stupid things will catch up to us, I guess. Yes, bots would definitely be helping in a whole bunch of places here. But I do want to finish this off so we can get the sulfuric train running, and next episode we should be able to finally get modules up and running, I think. I do think we will be at that point. Well, that'll do. Oh, back up. Oh, there we go. Why are you flying sideways? Crazy plane. Going up to another bend. Well, I think that is all of that's all the funny plane stuff. So we're back to full production on everything else then. the remaining trip that we have. It's just this and round to connect. Guys, I think I'll do this off camera because there's not really anything exciting to talk about. I'll get the train running, and next episode we'll get these modules underway. Thanks for joining me for this, and we'll see you then. Bye bye for now.